Are you thinking of starting a private limited company in India? Hey, what's happening? I'm Ashish Prasad, and in this video, I would like to help you understand how to form a private limited company in India. We will take a look at the requirements, the procedure, the benefits, and also the downside of having a private limited company here in India. Now, you might have already done your part of research. A private limited company is the most popular type of business entity in India. To start one, all you need is a minimum of 2 directors or 2 individuals, a minimum authorized capital of 1 lakh Indian rupees, and a registered office address anywhere in India. What's good is that the registered address of the company can also be your current residential address if you don't have an office yet. Moving on, let's understand who a director is first. The directors are the managers of the company, and together they make the board of directors and will take the duties of looking into the day-to-day operations of running the business or the company. Now let's take a look at the next part, which is the authorized capital and paid-up capital, which you need to understand. Authorized capital shows the maximum amount of money that a company can raise by a way of issuance of shares at present or in the future, whereas the paid-up capital refers to the actual amount raised by a company, meaning the amount paid by the shareholders on the issuance of shares. Paid-up capital will be less or equal to the authorized capital, but not exceeding the authorized capital when you register your company. Now, there may be a situation where you are the only person available to start a business and you're struggling to find the second director, which happened in my case. In that case, you could choose your close family member like your brother, sister, or one of your parents to be the other director. Alternatively, the other option for you in forming a company is a one-person company or OPC, which only requires 1 director. I'll talk to you more about OPC in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to get notified to all the latest videos from SOFTRE. For the moment, let's dive deeper into the formation of a private limited company. To form one, the very first step is to get digital signature certificate or DSC for the promoters of the company who are going to be the directors. DSC is simply an electronic signature in a USB token. This is going to be used for signing the application and company related official documents later. The next step is to obtain the director identification number or DIN, which is a unique number allotted to every director of a company from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. DIN is going to be mapped with your PAN card, and it is going to be only issued once. I want you to remember that as per Companies Act of 2013, having more than 1 DIN is a punishable offence, with imprisonment of up to 6 months and a fine of 50,000 rupees. Then an application to reserve the proposed company name is made. You can provide 2 alternative names with the application. The Register of Companies has complete discretion in the approval of the proposed company name. Bear in mind, there are specific guidelines to follow with the naming of your proposed company, which one of our associates can help you. If you have any questions, just reach out to us. Once the name is approved, you will have 20 days to file your application of incorporation of your new proposed company, or another application has to be made paying an additional fee. The final step is to apply for the certificate of incorporation by online submission of simplified pro forma for incorporating company electronically, otherwise known as SPICE form, with MOA and AOA. And voila, your company is formed with the issuance of certificate of incorporation. Now you might be wondering, what's MOA and AOA? MOA stands for Memorandum of Association of Company, which prescribes the scope of operations of company by explaining the main objectives and activities of the company, whereas the Articles of Association or AOA provides in what manner the operations and administration shall be carried on. Both the documents have a vital importance and shall be drafted carefully with a consultation of a professional. Going further, we will focus on the rules to follow as a private limited company, the advantages along with the disadvantages. Now let's take a look at the governing rules for a private limited company. Firstly, the business entity can be owned by a group of members called shareholders with a minimum requirement of 2 subscribers. The maximum number of subscribers for a private limited company is 200. One important thing to remember is normally promoters and directors will be shareholders, but shareholders do not necessarily have to be directors of the company. Once exceeding the limit of 200, a private limited company ceases to exist and becomes a public limited company with more stringent compliance requirements. When it comes to advantages, the biggest advantage is the limitation of liability for business debts, which is separated from the owners of the company, meaning the owners are not personally liable for the company's debts. The other important advantage is its perpetual existence. An incorporated company never dies, unlike a person, but exists forever as long as the compliances are met. Indian startups seeking to raise investment through venture capital choose this type of business entity mainly as the shares can be purchased or transferred within the company as equity. Financial institutions also find companies more preferable over proprietor or partnership firms because of their perpetual existence. Now, coming to the disadvantages, the biggest disadvantage of having a private limited company is the stringent compliance requirements for keeping the company operational, which can be very expensive for startups. There are also heavy penalties for not keeping up with the compliance requirements, which can quickly add up to thousands of rupees. Now, that's a quick look at a private limited company. Hope you learned something new. If you did, make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below and we will get in touch with you soon. Until then, stay safe and see you on the next video about one-person company.